in seconds. But we don't necessarily want to display this in seconds. If it's 600 seconds, we want to say 10 minutes. If the duration is greater than 60 seconds, divide by 60 and set the units to minutes. Likewise, if it's greater than 60 minutes, change the units to hours and divide by 60. And finally, we're going to want to round it so we don't have a million decimal places. Alright, there we go. Let's put that inside the div under the title. Right now, you can see the entire description of each video, but when we're all done styling the page, that's going to be reduced down to a single line to save space on the screen. But we're still going to want a way to display the entire description. And to do that, we're going to use the JavaScript alert message because it looks real sexy on the iPhone. So we're going to put a link underneath the description to pop up the full description. And we're going to want to escape any quotes in here, so we will use the add slashes method. And there's also this weird bug on the iPhone where it won't handle single quotes properly, even if you escape them. So we are just going to erase them from existence. Small price to pay. Alright, so now we have a list of all the videos in our account, but maybe we want to be able to narrow them down a bit. On SesameVault, you can create what are called filter stacks, which let you filter your videos based on things like title, duration, tags, date, things like that. When you sign up, you get two default filter stacks called long videos and short videos. So for now, we're just going to use those, but it's real easy to create your own. So the first thing we want to do is get a list of all the available filter stacks, and we'll do that up top here. Now we're going to be using the get method. Basically just query SesameVault for any API call that we want. In this case, we're going to be calling vault/available-filter-stacks. And this should return an array of all our filter stacks. So let's put them in a select drop-down menu in the header. So we'll go down here, we'll wrap this guy up in a span just to separate them. And we'll put a select here. The default option in the select will just be all videos. And we'll give that a value of 0. Now let's loop through all our filter stacks and create an option for each one. Its value will be just the ID of the filter. And its name will be the name of the filter. Okay, now we got a list of our filters, but when we select a filter, we want it to refresh the page and just display the videos in that filter. So on the top here, we'll put a JavaScript on change and tell it to redirect the browser back to itself and we'll send a filter ID parameter. What we have to do now is slightly modify this videos method up here to pass in the filter ID. And we're going to use the ID that we set in the URL. Alright, it works, but the select menu always goes back to all videos. So what we're going to have to do is modify this option down here. So what we're going to do is check to see if the filter ID is equal to the one set in the URL. And if it is, we're going to tell this option to be selected. Alright, let's try that. So there you go, a fully functional video iPhone app. Of course, it isn't very pretty right now, so here's what it looks like after a bit of CSS styling. If you want to check out how we did the styling, we made a screencast of that too, so check it out and check out all the source code for this app at SesameVault.com.